Hi everyone, this is The Freshman Book 2, Chapter 12. The campaign trail is getting rough for Chris. Meanwhile, Vasquez struggles to find the best way to say goodbye to his daughter. Chapter 12, The Debate. After a long week of classes and campaigning, it's finally the day of the student body presidential debate. Choose your outfit. Let's do something a little bit fancier. This outfit is totally awesome. You leave your dorm bright and early to meet Chris at the coffee shop. Thanks for agreeing to help me out last minute, Mary. Caitlin is still pretty upset about what happened, so I'm letting her sleep in. No problem. Is she doing okay? I know she called her mom and talked things over, but she still seems unhappy. I take it you're still not speaking? You nod. It's okay, she needs space right now. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be so completely exposed to my parents like that. If the best way for Caitlin to deal with it is for me to step out of the picture for a while, so be it. Wow, Mary, that's very mature of you. Yeah, well, I hope things work out soon. I miss her. Thanks for listening, Chris. No problem. I'm sure Caitlin will be ready to talk soon. Thank you. I hope you're right. Now, don't you have a debate this afternoon? You bet I do. You seem confident. You're not worried that Sebastian's going to pull any more dirty tricks? A little bit, but I've been thinking, and I've decided the best thing to do is make a point of not insulting him. I'm encouraging people to vote for me, not against him. People want a positive president. Good thinking. Now let's hear that speech. Chris grins and clears his throat. Students of Hartfeld, I would like to thank you once again for coming to watch this debate. Hey Chris, where were you this morning? You turn around to see Darren and Logan coming toward your table. Guys, what are you doing here? Getting coffee, man. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the gym this morning, remember? Oh shoot, I'm sorry guys. It's just the debate's today and... You've gotta get ready. We know. We should make you a shirt. I can't. I'm running for school president. Hey! Can I have one too? See? There's a market for these. You think you've got it bad? Try living with this guy. What are you talking about? We're just teasing you, Chris. I'm talking about your dishes, Chris. It's been 5 days since you've washed them. 5 days. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll do them tonight, I swear. You'd better. You see, the solution to this is have one plate. So if you want to eat something, you'd better wash that plate. Or be inventive. Okay, come on. I don't blow you guys off that often. Do I? Logan punches Chris's arm. Nah, you're good. Just buy us all around when you win, alright? How are freshmen, able to buy... Never mind. Chris glances at his watch. Hey, I realize I'm doing exactly what you're complaining about, but I've got a mic check in 10 minutes. That's alright, go ahead. We'll see you later. Chris gets up and leaves. Darren and Logan wave goodbye. Okay, so here's the thing. We agreed to meet with Chris to do debate practice. He gets through 2 sentences. Maybe just 1 sentence. And he talks at most for 5 minutes with these guys. And now he's got mic check in 10 minutes, so we met 15 minutes before his mic check. That was not good planning, Chris. Actually, I've got a meeting with Professor Vasquez in a few minutes. I don't even know what to say about this planning. Is he finally out of the hospital? Yeah, thank goodness. But that does mean I'm back to working at breakneck speed. I should go. Alright, see you later, Mary. The door to Vasquez's office is shut when you arrive, but you can hear Ray's voices through the door. I don't care who you are. Think of the potential revenue that this can create. Not to mention the younger audience your book will reach. Don't you understand that? He's dying. He doesn't care. I understand perfectly. That's not the issue here. Yeah, wait outside. You slump down on a bench and outside of Vasquez's office and wait. After 5 more minutes of heated discussion, the door slams open and Yasmin storms off in a huff. Vasquez appears in the doorway and sees you sitting outside. Mary, were you eavesdropping? No, you were yelling. Not intentionally. I was waiting for our meeting and, well, you and Yasmin were being really loud. I mean, it's not like I've never heard this argument before. Guess you're right. Vasquez sighs and motions for you to take a seat. I'm sorry you had to hear that. Yasmin doesn't care that I drove my daughter away with that book. Renewing that sale may end our relationship for good. So, what do you think you're going to do? I'm not sure. On one hand, the royalties would help Gabriella immensely after I pass, but on the other, she hates the book so much I'm not even sure she'd accept it. That is tough. You're free to go, by the way. You don't want to read what I've written for you? Just put it over there. I've been a bit distracted this week and haven't been able to write anything. Well, maybe you'll find this inspiring. I promise, it's got plenty of drama. James told me that you two had a falling out because I asked you to keep my cancer a secret. We did, and I feel terrible. But I still would have made the same decision. It was just a sucky decision. So do I. It was wrong of me to keep it from him, and I'm sorry that he's chosen to take it out on you. He really does care about you. You know that, right? I'll talk to him, I promise. Thank you. Relationship improved. Your relationship with James will be affected. You're welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have pressing matters to attend to. Right. I'll let you get back to work. Right before you exit the room, Vasquez's phone rings. Hello? Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. He hangs up. It's Gabriella. She's in labor. Mary, call James and let him know that I need a ride. He'll want to be there. Professor Vasquez. Seriously? I think I'd better just call a cab. Do whatever. We need to get to the hospital now. You pull out your phone and dial as fast as you can. Hello, taxi? I need a ride for 2 from Hartford University to the hospital, ASAP. One speedy cab ride later, you and Vasquez arrive at the hospital. While Vasquez goes in to be with his daughter, you take a seat in the empty waiting room. Just as you're starting to fall asleep, in walks James. Oh, Madison. Madison, what are you doing here? Volunteering. Kappa requires that its sisters do 20 hours of community service each quarter. What about you? What are you doing here? Oh my gosh, are you pregnant? Pregnant? I want to say yes, but I feel like I've messed with Madison a lot, so... What? No! Professor Vasquez's daughter is having her baby and he needed help getting to the hospital. Oh... What made you think I was pregnant? Well, you're in a maternity ward. Well, Becca said the other day that she thought you'd gain weight. Rude. Yeah, I didn't see it, but when I saw you here, I thought the weight might be because of a baby. Just then, the door to the maternity ward opens and a nurse wheels out Gabriella and her new son. Vasquez is with them. Mary, meet my new grandson. Professor Vasquez, you didn't tell me you had a daughter. Nobody responds at first. Yes, well, I don't talk about my personal life with students very much. Madison, it's time to get to work. I guess I've got to go. Good seeing you guys. Madison skips off, leaving everyone in an uncomfortable silence. Wah! Aw, he's so cute. And he has it's like a combination between a single dice, a die, and like a strawberry. But he looks very large for a newborn. But very cute. What do I do? Have you tried singing to him? I don't. I can't sing. Okay. The baby cries harder. Gabriella starts to sing in a low, creaky voice. Alla nanita nana, nanita ella, nanita ella. Oh. That was probably in Spanish, and the double L is a Y sound. Whoops. Sorry. Vasquez joins in, his voice deep and calming. The baby stops crying. Mi niña tiene sueño. Bendito sea. Bendito sea. I don't know what the tune is. I hope it's remotely close to what it's supposed to be. Your mother and I used to sing you that song when you were a baby. I remember. Vasquez gives the baby another smile. Hey there, little baby. The baby reaches out and grabs Vasquez's finger. Aw, do you want to hold him? I think that was the first time Gabriella smiled. No, that's all right. This has been nice, but I should get back to work. Mary, call a cab. We'll wait outside. Vasquez shovels off as quickly as he can. Well, that's sad. Wah! He wants you. Oh no. I'll go talk to Vasquez while you take care of the baby, okay? Okay. You walk quickly after Vasquez, following him through the halls of the hospital. He keeps his pace clipped until he is outside of the hospital, where he finally slows and drops onto a bench by the entrance. Professor Vasquez? There you are, Mary. How long did they say it would take for the cab to get here? I didn't call one. I came outside to talk with you. Why did you run off like that? I have cancer, Mary. I'm sorry. And I'm guessing that you're scared to get attached? I can't imagine how hard that must be. When I first got the diagnosis, I wasn't worried about being missed. My wife died years ago, my only child hated me, and all my friends are estranged or dead. Now, suddenly, I have a grandson and... You love him? Yes, and I don't want... You don't want to be taken away from him. Precisely. Vasquez looks away from you. Oh, Professor Vasquez. Don't look at me like that, like I'm so pitiful. I mean, it's not that. I think Mary's just trying to... No, she's not trying to. She does sympathize with you. Like, it's tough. Alright, I won't. But you really should go in and talk to your daughter. Why? What would it accomplish? I burned that bridge years ago. The thing about bridges, you can rebuild them. You should talk to her because... I think if I say you'll feel better, he won't really care because he's trying to punish himself for burning the bridge, so maybe she'll feel better? Gabriella's been through a lot, and she's got a long road ahead of her. Don't you think she deserves to go to sleep at night knowing she and her father have made peace? For once, you may actually be right. I'll talk to her, but I still wish I had something I could give her after I'm gone. Don't you? What are you talking about? We were talking about it just this morning, don't you remember? Vasquez's eyes light up as he realizes what you mean. Of course, it might not correct the years of damage done, but maybe it'll help. Let's go talk to my daughter. You return to the waiting room where Gabriella is talking to one of the hospital nurses. You're back. Yep, and Professor Vasquez has something he wants to say. Is this the book royalties? Everyone looks at Vasquez. First of all, Gabriella, I hope you know that I do regret writing Winter in July. Partly because of the rift it created between us, but mostly because of how it hurt you. If I could go back, the book would never exist. I'm very, very sorry that it does. So now I'm going to do what I should have done years ago, Gabriella, and give you back control of your own story. When I pass on, the rights of Winter in July will go to you. You can keep the book off the shelves, or sell the rights and live the comfortable life you and my grandson deserve. I leave the choice to you. That's good. He takes a deep breath and approaches Gabriella. You see tears forming in her eyes. She hands the baby to the nurse and, without a word, reaches up to embrace her father. Mary, thank you. Without you, none of this would have been possible. It was seriously my pleasure. You haven't gone to hold the baby yet, have you? Here. Oh, yes. Yes, hold the baby. Thank you. Be careful. Newborns are very fragile. Don't worry, I will be. Aw, baby. Take the baby from the nurse. Hi. Who's a handsome boy? You are, Mr. Gabriella. What's his name? Well, I thought I was having a girl, so clearly Isabella is out of the question. Now I don't know. What about Santiago? That would have been your name if you'd been a boy. Or maybe Atticus? You loved it when I read To Kill a Mockingbird to you when you were younger. I don't know. He doesn't really look like a Santiago or Atticus. What do you think, Mary? Seriously, I'm naming the baby? No. No. Okay, I actually really like the name Atticus, so... Yeah, I actually really love the name Atticus. I'm gonna do that. Atticus. I do like that. I'll keep it in mind. For now, let's just keep calling him the baby. I wonder if it recognized the similarity to the name that was just rejected. As much as we're all enjoying your company, Mary, didn't you say your friend had a debate today? Oh crap, I totally forgot. You pull out your text to see a slew of texts. You pull out your phone to see a slew of texts from your friends. I've got to run. Don't worry about my dad. I'll have one of the nurses call for a cab later. Best of luck with the debate. I expect a full report on how it went. Kidding. Get out of here. Thanks, you two. I'm so glad I got to be here for this. Now, if you'll excuse me. You quietly sneak into the auditorium and take a seat near your friends. This young man is a mediocre student and a party animal. If it weren't for his athletic ability, he never would have been allowed to attend the school. I don't think that's right. And any student with common sense shouldn't either. Students of Heartfeld, I hope you'll choose wisely. The audience erupts in wild applause and people chanting Sebastian's name. Wow, okay. Party animal? Chris? Thank you, Mr. Delacroix. Mr. Powell, your closing statement. Thank you. I think we can all agree that there's a lot to love about Heartfeld. In fact, on 3, I want everyone to shout their favorite thing. 1, 2, 3. I love their outstanding academics. Nerd alert, way to have your priorities straight. The crowd roars with things they love about Heartfeld. Playing football. Computer science classes. Making new friends. See, there's a lot to love here. But my favorite thing is how many different kinds of students we have here. I've befriended athletes, musicians, artists, gamers, writers, kids who spend their Saturdays playing Quidditch on brooms that don't fly. We're working on it! Also, it's quite a workout. And that's great. I'm glad you're here. I know people think of me as the football guy, but I don't want the school to just be a place for football guys. I want it to be a place for everyone, and, as president, I'll do everything in my power to make that happen. Thank you. The auditorium erupts into applause as Professor Atiya wraps up the debate. You and your friends cheer as Chris steps down from the podium. Go, Chris! Great job. Once the cheering dies down, you and your friends finally have a chance to catch up. Mary, I'm glad you made it. What happened? Professor Vasquez, it's a long story. I'll tell you guys later. How did the rest of the debate go? Too close to call. You saw how Sebastian was tearing into Chris just now? That was basically what he did for the whole debate. Why am I not surprised? The good news is that Chris was in great form. He stayed very positive. We'll have to keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, we're having a game night in the suite. Are you in? Yeah, let me go get Chris first. Awesome, we'll meet you there then. You make your way backstage as everyone else files out. Chris, where are you? Caitlin points from her campaign manager's seat without looking up. He's over there with Sebastian. Thanks. You go over to them. Hey Chris, amazing job with the speech. Chris and Sebastian both look at your interruption. Chris looks upset. Everyone's getting together for game night tonight and... Sounds good. I'll be there in a minute. Is something wrong? What? No, I'm fine. Oh, Chris, you lie like a politician. What would your lady friend think if she found out you had a criminal record? I mean, having a criminal record doesn't preclude you from going to college. It's a holistic review. You'd better think about my offer. Drop out, or everyone at the school will find out about your sordid past. I'm sure other people at the school have had criminal records. There's no way it doesn't happen. Criminal record? What could Sebastian be talking about? Keep playing to find out. Like, obviously, how people react will depend on what it is. But really, it does happen. Like, people have had criminal records and have changed or, paid for their sins and then have been able to go to college. Yeah.